Hello, this is a website evaluation for Felix Erickson Company Incorporated, which provides bowling services, resurfacing, repairs, and supplies for bowling alleys. Looking at this website, it's a decent looking website. It was built in 2017, which was only 3 years ago. And for that reason, I'm kind of surprised that the website is not mobile friendly because, again, only 3 years ago, most websites at that point were already mobile friendly. So it really should have been. Looking at the layout, I mean, it's easy to read, nice big text that we have here. A couple of issues I do see is, first of all, the website is not secure, and it says it right up here in the address bar, not secure. You click on it, it says your connection to this site is not secure. Do not enter sensitive information, passwords, credit cards, which nobody's going to anyway. But one of the reasons why you do want the website to be secure is because that is a Google search variable. So websites that are not secure in general do not rank as well as websites that are secure. And plus, it just looks nicer. When somebody goes to your website, they don't want to see not secure. Some people will be scared and might be like, well, maybe I shouldn't be on this website. So you really want the website to be secure, and you'll know, and this is something you can purchase. You can purchase an SSL certificate through your web hosting company, and your IT person, whoever set up your website, can do that for you. So the other thing that I do notice is one of your menu items is blacked out. At first I thought it just wasn't there at all, but it is. So if you hover over, you can see, that when you hover over something that's a link, the little cursor turns into a pointer. So you see that does it with home, catalogs, bestsellers, and when you go over here, you see that there it turns into a pointer. So that link to, which I'm assuming if I go down here, catalogs, it's specials. The specials link is there, but for some reason, I guess the font is black instead of white, so you can't see it. But if you click on it, it does take you to that page. Oh, the other thing that is kind of annoying is every time I bring up another page on the website, I've got this message that says some files on the server may be missing or incorrect. And I can't do anything on the website until I hit OK. And I think that's this slider on the top. For some reason, it's creating some kind of an issue. Also, you've got a search function on the website, which you really don't need. It's not like it's a 100-page website. And if I type something in here, it sort of works, but say if I type in bowling, it works, but then a lot of it's covered by part of your website. So it's really not all that helpful. I don't really think it should be on there. And it's part of where it says search our site is kind of hidden. So it really shouldn't be on there. A couple of things I did notice, bestsellers, your secure checkout, apparently you did have e-commerce at some point, but you don't anymore because when I click on this, proceed to secure checkout, nothing is happening. So, and I don't know why when I hover over these, looks like something's supposed to happen, but it doesn't. But yeah, nothing, that's not working. That function is not working. Catalogs. I think one of your catalogs, this second one, there's nothing there. But these catalogs are from 2017 anyway. They probably need to be updated. PDFs are fine. They're working okay. Under bestsellers, again, if you go to there's another link under more bestsellers. I don't know why not just put all the bestsellers on one page? So when I click on more bestsellers, so I guess you don't have more bestsellers because this page is blank. About us. Another thing I should mention, if I go back to, where am I going here? Any place that you go on the website, if I go to specials, here we go, specials. Okay, so this information in here with the items and the prices, this is actually an image. So, and when you right click on it, it says open image in tab, and you can actually open the image. So this is an image. This is not text. The reason why this is really not a great thing to do is because this information can easily be put into the website as text, which would make it a lot easier to change stuff when you need to. So the way it is now, if you need to change the product descriptions or the prices, you actually have to go to whatever program you created the original image in, whether it's Adobe Illustrator or, I don't know, Word, Photoshop, whatever, change the prices and the information in there and then re-upload the picture to the website. Whereas if it was just text right on the website, it would just be, oh, just change the price. There you go. It's text. It's easy to do. Another issue with having images on here is if you do have images, you want to add alt tags to the images. So when I go to, if you hit Control U, you can see the source code of any website. And here's the source code behind your website. One thing I do want to mention that this is not a template site. It's not WordPress or Wix or Weebly. Somebody actually built this website by hand using Adobe Creative Cloud. And that's actually a really good thing because hand-coded websites generally tend to rank better than template sites, and they also tend to load much more quickly. But the issue I want to mention about images are okay to use, but you really want to have a lot more text on here. And if you're going to have images, you need to add alt tags. Now, if I look here, you have alt tags attached to your images, but they're all blank. So you see alt equals quotation, quotation. There should be something between those quotation marks that describes what's in the image because Google search engines cannot read inside images. Google does not know the content of like what is in the image. So you have to tell Google what is in the image by providing information in those alt tags. So that's something that can help your search ranking. Another thing I do notice on here is you have each page should have its own page title. The page title appears in your Google search result for that page. So your page title for your home page is this: Home 1 Felix Erickson Company Incorporated. Well, it's better than not having any page title at all, but it's really not a good page title because first of all, it says Home 1, which that's just, somebody just put that in there. It really shouldn't be in there. And the company name, but the problem is when someone sees that in Google, nobody knows what your company does. I mean, unless they are actually a client of yours, Felix Erickson Company Incorporated doesn't mean anything. So you really want that title to say something like, bowling supplies and whatever geographical area you serve, which is unclear from your website. It doesn't actually say that, and it really should. You should mention what areas you serve. If it's the entire country, if it's just New Jersey, just the tri-state area, Delaware Valley, South Jersey, the state of New Jersey, whatever, it really should be mentioned on here because that is going to help your website rank better. The other thing I want to mention is your website is not mobile friendly. Now, if you do run a mobile friendly test, it's going to say that your website is mobile friendly. The only reason it says that is because the website does, the content kind of smushes itself to fit into the constraints of the mobile display width. But the problem is that now when you look at this screen, this page, here we go, this phone size is actually, it's actually looks like the size of a real mobile device, a real cell phone. But if you look at it, and I actually opened this up in my own phone, my own mobile device, yes, you see everything in there, but everything is really, really tiny. Like you can't read the text. You definitely can't read these navigational menus at the top. So you have to pinch and zoom. You have to take your thumb and your forefinger and just kind of widen the screen so that way you can see everything. So in that respect, it's not truly mobile friendly. It's not responsive. Most people are on mobile devices these days when they go online, so you really have to make that website mobile friendly, and you don't want those the text to be really, really tiny. Another thing I do notice is the page speed is really, really good. Remember I said earlier that your website is hand coded, it's not a template. That is why the page speed is so good, because you don't have a lot of extraneous junk code that templates would normally use. So that is a big plus. And I thought that it would really help your search ranking, and maybe search friendliness is not an issue for you because, I mean, for the type of work that you do, there's not a whole lot of bowling alleys in the area. I don't think there's a lot of new bowling alleys that are opening up these days. So it might really not be necessary for your website to be search friendly. But if you're catering to bowling alleys all across the country, then you really do want your website to be search friendly. And for some reason, it's not, and I'm kind of surprised about that because, again, you don't have a lot of competition. So if I type in, say, lane resurfacing, your website does not come up. And I checked, it doesn't come up on like the first 3 or 4 pages, so I'm not going to check the rest of the pages. I also checked, say, bowling alley lane resurfacing. And again, you can see nothing comes up on the first 3 pages. But if I type in bowling alley lane resurfacing South Jersey, now you do come up, which is that's kind of interesting because it doesn't mention anywhere on your website that you actually work in South Jersey, but I guess Google knows that Mount Holly is in South Jersey. So now if I'm a bowling alley manager, I would probably end up skipping over your search listing because there's nothing in there. Like, your title doesn't mention, it just says Home Felix Erickson Company Incorporated. So that's something that you should change. So that is pretty much all. There's some other issues, but I don't want this video to be like a half hour long. That is what I'm able to find so far. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the other issue. You have 2 contact pages. This is kind of a big issue. So you open up this page, it takes you to your contact page. Now, say I'm a bowling alley manager and I'm interested in your services. So, hey, I am interested, and I click submit. Now you're supposed to get a message saying, thank you for your interest, we'll get back to you soon. So I click submit and nothing happens. It just goes blank. Did you get the email? Did you not get the email? I would have no way of knowing. If you did not get the email, then if I'm a prospective customer, I'm probably not going to call you back because I'm just going to assume, I guess this company really doesn't need the business because they didn't get back to me. So that's something that really has to be addressed. Now, if I go back here again, if we click on this contact link, it takes me to a different form, which I don't know what this is. I don't even know where this is coming from. I have no idea. It looks totally different from the rest of your site. But if I fill it in, same thing. Send message. Again, I have no way of knowing if it went through. And it looks like these contact forms are not secure because anyone can send spam. Spammy McSpammer. I want to sell you Viagra. That's a big one. Buy Canadian pharmacy pills on sale now. I mean, I'm pretending that I'm like a spammer. And if I click on send message, oh, okay, all right, so that's good. So let's say, okay, so I have to put at. So Viagra at spam.com. Send message. Again, so maybe it went through. Maybe you got that spam. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't. So if this email form is unsecure, hackers can actually get into your website through an unsecure email form. So you definitely want to make that secure. You definitely want to make it so spammy words are filtered out and it doesn't go through. And you also want to make it so that so that people know if they're sending you an email that whether it's going through or not, because that's, pretty important if you want to get business. So, I think I've gone through all the major stuff here. So, I know one of the catalogs, I think I mentioned this, one of the catalogs isn't coming up, but these are all from 2017, so they probably should be updated anyway. So, if you have any questions or you need any help or you're interested in getting this website redone, just contact me anytime. You can call me or text me at 609-914-1318. I'm in the Mount Laurel, Lumberton area. I actually live in Lumberton. You're on 78 Washington Street. I guess you're right in the middle of town in Mount Holly. So we're right down the street from each other, which is kind of convenient. And my website is tbrookswebdesign.com. Just take a look at other websites I've done. You probably recognize some of the company names. And my contact information is also underneath this video. So feel free to call me or text me or email me through my website, whatever is easiest for you. Even if it's in the evening or over the weekend, I would love to talk to you and get a really nice website going for you. So have a good evening and a great weekend. Thanks.